Hello, everybody. My name is Shez. This is Project Food Garden. Today, we have come to a very special place here in Christchurch to visit the Edible Street. The founder of that project is Zane, right next to me. So let's talk to Zane and find out about the inspiration, motivation, and the vision of Edible Street. Hi,
Uh,
Zane.
Sweet. I got into gardening about 6 years ago. Seen on Facebook the state of a lot of our food systems and food insecurities, droughts, and just the way we're farming, destroying ecosystems, and the distance food has to travel, carbon footprint, and it got me quite inspired to get into permaculture, which is what you can see here now. I'm doing companion planting, and so yeah, I did a little bit of pottering around at home, went to community gardens, and I learned from them, and I thought we should be doing more of this.
So, what exactly the Edible Street is doing? How much is in the wood?
Yeah, so then I started this project 4 years ago with knowing that there wasn't actually a community garden in my area. At the time, I couldn't find a lease to do it anywhere, so I thought I'm just going to do it myself. And I got inspired by a guy called Ron Finley, the gangster gardener in LA. He just went out and guerrilla gardened his street fridge, and I was like, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And I've learned all of what I've done here from a bit of learning at community gardening and just watching YouTube videos and a lot of trial and error.
Brilliant.
And I wanted to teach other people how to grow.
So
that's
brilliant.
one of the
On the topic of teaching, today I came here because Zane does a grafting class in this part of the year, which is like right after spring, because that is the best time to do the grafting. So let's go and see Zane at work. I bought my apple tree as well for grafting, and Zane was kind enough to say that he would do it for free for me. So that is the spirit that we want in the community, handing out stuff for free like Zane and myself are doing. So let's get into it.
like a rootstock like this, which has the rooting properties you want for the soil that you're growing in, and then a piece of scionwood that is the edible variety that you want to grow, so you're getting a direct clone of that fruit that you like eating onto your rootstock that's going to grow. And your main tool is a grafting knife, which I do not have, and I'm using one of these, and it's not recommended as a safe practice to use just a normal knife. A grafting knife has a specific tip on the end that you can use for opening the wood, and I'll be using my fingertips since I don't have the proper tool, because it would be dangerous to try and play around with that near my fingers. Just going to use it for cutting. And then you've got this, which is probably frowned upon by a lot of horticulturalists, but I love this tool. It's so handy. It just cuts a male and a female and allows you to put them together like Lego, but it only works on wood not much smaller than this. You go any smaller and you won't get that Lego piece shape. And then so you can pretend, you know, that was your rootstock. You'd cut a female on that one and a male on your scionwood, and then you just push the two together, same diameter, easy as that. I think my wife just got home with the grafting tape, so yeah, I use black tape to hold it on steady, because you know you graft and move, and I just don't always find that just wrapping it with the grafting tape gets it steady. So I'll just get a piece of black tape so I can make sure that my grafting union is secure. And then the grafting tape itself, which Chelsea, my wife, has gone to get because I forgot to get some, is to make sure the moisture stays in there, because this stick needs to stay moist until the buds grow, or it'll just die. And then so you wrap grafting tape all the way around up to the tip, cover the whole cutting and back to here, so that whole piece is sealed. And then I use tin foil to help reflect the sun away from the cutting to stop it heat, and also keeps the moisture in. And if we get a late frost, it protects it from frost, because I had some, which I did early last year in the season. A late frost came that already budded and broke through the grafting tape, and I was all excited, took my tin foil off, late frost hit, boom, all those grafts died. There's only my second lot of grafts that I did that still had their tinfoil on that survived, so I wouldn't take my tinfoil off, even if the buds are growing, until early mid-November to avoid the risk of that late frost. And those buds won't die. They'll look yellow and a bit funny, but as soon as that tinfoil comes off, they will green up. Yeah, so that diameter is good from there. Easily, we'll take this tag off, keep the name. So you only need a few buds above it. I'm just going to go for a piece this length, and then we're going to chop it here. No, buddy, not this one. You can hold them though. So for the cleft graft, we're just gonna put a nick down the middle. Man, that scares the crap out of me. Yep. Right, and then, so we've made a slot, and then we're gonna match it by making this. So that works like a female, same principle. This will be a male shape to fit into there, and the whole purpose that it has to be the same size is because you can see here that green layer is the cambium tissue. That's the living tissue in the plant. These two have to merge and grow, or the stick will just die. So we have to shave this down to a point. So you've got a nice thin piece that's gonna nicely slot in. Which is why you can see why I prefer using the grafting scissors. This is a bit of an art, and when you are a newbie, they do recommend you should wear gloves for safety. So I'm not quite at the same diameter there, but once I push it in, there you are, we're good. Both
That
sides
looks really good.
are touching. We're sweet. Get a bit of tape and make sure we get this on nice and tight so that those two bits of cameo on each side stay touching. And then when Chelsea gets back with the grafting tape, we'll wrap that up with the grafting tape, put a piece of tin foil over, and that's pretty much all there is to it. This time I'm going to use the scissors, since I already showed you how to do. So that cleft graft is like the easiest, and it's a very safe, easy method to use than other more complicated ones, which I have put on the handout, showing you all the different types of, because you guys will need a different kind of grafting for your where you've got a big stump on your cherry. You're going to do multiple little side grafts on it, but it is on that handout how to do that.
And of course, like doing slide branches here is different from like putting it on top of the leader.
Yeah, it's a bit harder cutting sideways. It's just what I really like these scissors, because it is a bit intimidating. So yeah, we've got female on here. This also, actually, these have got a little tip on here, so we only need, I'll go for 3 buds, just little 4 or so centimeters long. It's a lot easier to manage at this size. Then we're just gonna line up on here the diameter. This looks a bit yep, that's dead. The stem has died, so tissue is only living from here. Let's hope the diameter is, yep,
Looks
still
perfect.
bang on.
Yep.
So we got female, this one, and then just got to make sure that each time that you make sure this is the right way. So female, male is up this way. It is a bit hard using this on some hardwood on cherry and plums. The wood gets so hard that these cheap scissors barely fit through, and unfortunately they don't make expensive ones of the grafting scissors. They're kind of considered a gimmick, but I think they're amazing, and someone should make a professional version of those things. So yeah, same thickness, male, female, and then just take together. This gives them a nice solid, and then this is to seal it up and keep the moisture in that graft from drying out. So just go below where you've taped, and I'm going to cover the whole thing. You kind of, this is really crappy, but on good parafilm you're stretching it as you go, getting a nice tight wrap so it's not gonna.
So you cover the entire grafted branch.
Yeah. And so if you're using beeswax, you would just do the tip and around the graft, because those are the two exposed areas, and the buds should be fine. You wouldn't want to, if you covered them with beeswax, you would
suffocate them a little.
Yeah, the bud wouldn't open. But that's the whole idea of parafilm, is that these buds will just break through it when they're ready.
That's the whole process?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, and I'll do tinfoil for the. So that's it done. That's fine in a shady spot. But if you're going to be somewhere outside where they can get hit by sunlight, this guarantees.
We could get rid of this one as well because it's already
Yeah, we don't
frozen.
need that.
Yep. All gone.
So I assume you have to take that off occasionally to check the bud growth.
You don't need to worry about it for. It's going to take a few weeks. Yeah, like I think it took like a month for mine to. But I came after 2 weeks. I was checking it. Every few days to see what was happening. But yeah, if it is outside.
So today is 28th of September.
Yeah.
So
It should
Labor Day
definitely be-
weekend.
Yeah. And leave, even if it does produce a shoot, don't take if it's out in the open, don't take the tinfoil off until you know there's no late frost coming.
Or if I put it in the garage.
Yeah, so yours in the pot suite. If you're doing it on a tree, you obviously can't move your tree, so don't take it off or you'll get super upset. Like last year I lost half my grafts. I was gutted. Lucky I did so many on the second batch that I still got. But I had 3 varieties on each tree. But I only ended up with 1 variety because I did 2 on each one the first time and lost those ones.
So we have pretty much finished the grafting session, as you have seen, and everything is done and dusted. So let's talk to Zane again.
Cool.
So let us explore more about the projects that you're doing.
Oh yeah, so obviously this was the first ever project I started at home. I've got a wee nursery you can see over here.
Yep.
And I started doing a fruit tree nursery, propagating plants for food forests, from your trees to your biomass plants, herbs, and beneficial flowers. And then I have now moved my main hub out of home, so I am now at Climate Campus, and we do fortnightly classes like this grafting workshop I done today on how to propagate edible plants. And we've got a syntropic agroforestry project that we've done there. From what we've propagated in the nursery, we have gone and used that to make a food forest, and we are doing this nursery so that we can donate these plants to any community group in Christchurch wanting to do a food forest free. It's just a koha. If people want to give a koha, they can. They don't have to. Any money that people give just goes back into the project, but it's not compulsory because we just want to make this happen, and it's not that expensive to propagate trees. We just need to be able to buy different varieties and keep buying more potting mix so we can keep doing what we're doing. And then we're going to be doing some more of these berms too. So we have organised, and we'll talk to the local community board. They're very excited about this. It's still in the grey area, but we can unofficially do this, and they're not going to come along and rip it out. So we're going to be handing out flyers soon around this area. We're just going to do a small pilot project and do 10 free gardens,
Brilliant.
just like this.
Guys, the platform that Zane is running is called Edible Street. You can find it on Facebook. Do you have presence anywhere else?
No, that's the only one I use.
So what I'll do is I'll put that into the description of the video, and I'm going to try and put it on the screen as well, so you guys know where to find Zane. If you're living in Christchurch, you know, Project Food Garden, we hand out stuff free as well. But it was such a pleasure meeting up with Zane, who's doing really amazing job in the community. And if you're in Christchurch, you can hit him up on Edible Street on Facebook, and you know, come and see his community garden, and you know, try and contribute to the community in any way you want to do.
Yeah, definitely be help. We're always needing volunteers. This
Brilliant.
project is expanding fast and starting to get hard for me to keep up with. I'm always needing more people, especially
Brilliant.
anyone who's good at planning and media, because those are not my forte.
That's all right. So guys, it was an amazing 2 hours that I've spent here today with Zane, and we will be coming back to Zane in future as well, because I want to be able to cover the entire garden and see what exactly he's growing, and what else we could learn from each other. So if you like what you've seen today, please go on Facebook, look up Edible Food Street, and subscribe to Project Food Garden as well, and we'll be back with another installment with Zane. Thank you for giving us your time today, Zane.
No
And the
worries.
grafting workshop was also amazing.
Thank you.
All right.